Happy Saturday, foodie friends and grain-free VIPs, and welcome to today's Slice of the Grain-Free Lifestyle episode, where our topic is, help, I'm being suffocated by grains and allergens, and I don't know what to do. Oh my goodness, I'm so glad somebody finally said it, because you know what? I used to feel that way too. So as you're coming on and being notified that I'm here live, I want you to go ahead and tell me what about the grain-free, allergy-friendly lifestyle makes you feel like you're being suffocated. For me, I felt like I had been transported to another planet where none of the rules made sense, okay? Even gravity had been turned off, and it was absolutely awful. Arlene, thank you so much for the sound check. I appreciate you. I don't know what I would do without Arlene. Could you guys do me a favor? Could you just give a thumbs up to Arlene too? Because she helps me more than I could ever articulate. All right, we are talking about how do we get out from under being suffocated by grains and multiple allergens? Could you do me a favor? Put in the comments what you feel like is suffocating you. I told you I was transported to another planet grain-free, allergy-friendly, where I had to avoid apples, almonds, bananas, beef, blueberries, cassava, corn, dairy, eggs, all grains, peas, pork, potatoes, soy, pineapples, oranges, sunflower, sweet potato, benzoic acid. Later on came active yeast, and my husband is lectin and legume free. And you're like, all right, so we're going to have a seminar on water soup. No, we're going to talk first about the things that might suffocate us, and then how to get out from under that space of suffocation. Okay, so what was suffocating me? Well, I told you one brick on my chest was that I felt like I had been transported to another planet. Okay? None of the rules made sense. I couldn't eat my favorite foods. How about other people's criticism? Oh, another brick on my chest. What about the fact that every time there was a family gathering, there was Nina's food, which was chicken and veggies, and everybody else's good food? That was enough to make my head explode. But I really tried. And maybe this is one of your suffocating blocks too. Maybe you were in the boat that I was in, where you found every recipe that would work for you. It just needed a few substitutions. You just had to go to this store to get this magic ingredient. And when you got there, they were out. So you ordered it online and you found out it was out of stock because it was only available a few times a year. And when they were out, and you were like, I need a better way. And that's where the title Break the Recipe came from. Because I was following all the rules and I wasn't getting the results I needed. So I decided if following the rules isn't going to get me what I want, I'm going to break the rules. All these recipes use a different flour. I'm tired of that. I'm tired of having 17 different flours in my pantry, half of them being expired, wasting money on them and not having what I wanted to make the next recipe. And if you're going, Nina, where are we going with this? We're going to a destination where you cook like normal and you eat like normal. You just cook and bake with different ingredients. So we always want proof. How about some brownies? Where's my brownies? What did I do with my brownies? They're over here. Sorry, I have a very small kitchen and every Saturday I have to reorganize it. So here's a brownie. Here's a grain-free, allergy-friendly, lectin-free brownie. This is what we're going towards. We're going towards a system where you can cook and bake like normal without 10 different ingredients or 17 different flours in my pantry, without multiple meltdowns where you're cooking one meal. And if you are like, I want to learn how to do that, good, because I'm here to teach you. Now, just like you, I work during the week and I gotta eat. So today I gotta get my kitchen scissors because I am going to make a recipe that is gonna be my dinner tonight. And I'm gonna make a chicken, broccoli, bacon bake. I know, with a nice crumb topping. Okay. So we talked about the reasons that we might be feeling suffocated, and please add yours below in the comments. Thank you for spending your Saturday with me. It means so much that you are giving up your time so that we can cook together. All right, so how do we get out? Well, I can tell you what I did, and I'm just kind of getting some chicken off the bone here. So let me grab my chicken. You know, it's not glamorous. Okay. So now I got my chicken. I felt like I was being suffocated because none of the rules made sense. So I decided, you know what, I'm going to break the rules. I'm going to go back to the recipes that I loved as a kid and as an adult so that I could eat like normal. Shepherd's pie, mac and cheese, chicken cheddar broccoli bake, broccoli ham ring, right? Macaroni and meatballs, lasagna, casseroles, pumpkin pie. I want to eat those foods again. I don't want to eat the foods with the ingredients that come from some mountain that I've never heard of that will be this wonderful superfood. I want normal foods that I can share with my family so that I can have appetizers, right? And everybody can eat together so that my nephews, my friends' kids will say, hey, Nina, that's good. Can we take some of that home? And the answer, of course, is always absolutely, right? We want cookies, we want breads, we want cakes, we want casseroles. I want to live like normal. So now, how do we do that? And I know some of my VIPs are on with me. And VIPs, I have to tell you how absolutely proud of you I am because you are living this. You have the recipes for the sour cream and the butter so that when a recipe calls for flour, you know what to do. And if you were on with us live this morning, you know how to break that recipe and adjust it depending on which flour you use. Is it a lot? Yeah, but it's possible. And you don't have to go to cooking school and you don't have to learn it all in one day. I'm on year 13 of this journey. And let me tell you, it's a whole lot easier. So I've got some chicken here. You can see it in my bowl, right? I've got some chopped leftover chicken. I'm just going to add a little more. And the rest will go into my broth, okay? Now, if you're going, Nina, what foods are you talking about avoiding? It's more than gluten-free, right? It's more than grain-free. Yes. And for those of you who need a refresher on what grains are the seeds of a class of plants called cereals. Cereals are your, they're the plants that produce grains. Grains are their seeds. So corn, wheat, rice, amaranth, barley, farro, kamut, einkorn. Those are grains. And of course there are more. Millet is another grain. It is gluten-free, but there are doctors who say that all grains contain a form of gluten. Now, the proteins in all grains, they're really similar. And that's why many people who have celiac, who are told to just avoid gluten, find that when they avoid all grains, all of a sudden they get the reaction from their body that they have been hoping for, because living that grain-free lifestyle allows our body to calm down. And we want to do that. We want our bodies to calm down, but we want to eat while we're doing it, especially while the Christmas holidays are coming up. And the unfortunate thing about the Christmas holidays is we can't just bake cookies for the whole month of December. We got to eat a little more than that. And I want you to eat a little bit more than that. And I want to eat a little bit more than that. So I got my chicken and now I'm just going to snip some bacon. And if you're wondering, the bacon is absolutely dripping on the floor, so I will be cleaning that up later. My kitchen is a place where we make a blessed mess and we eat quite well. And if you're like, so what are you doing with this, Nina? Well, I'm going to take my chicken and my turkey bacon, because I can't do beef or pork, and I am going to throw in some broccoli, and then I'm going to throw in some of my lectin-free mayo, and I'm going to top it with a grain-free breadcrumb topping. And that is going to be a chicken bacon broccoli casserole for dinner. So thank you for helping me get this ready. And if you're like, what? Because it's really about eating like normal again. Many of my VIPs get to the point where they can open a cookbook and look at a recipe and say, I'm having that for dinner tonight, because they've got what I call the building block recipes. So that when a recipe calls for mayonnaise, you've got a safe version of mayonnaise for you. And if you're like, what, allergens in mayonnaise? Yes, there are allergens in mayonnaise, and there are grains in mayonnaise. And if you're like, excuse me? Yeah. And if you're like, Nina, how did you learn this? Through accidental constant exposure to grains until I started researching. You're like, what do you even do, Nina? My name is Nina Blake. I'm the grain-free lifestyle coach, and I transform family menus so that my families can avoid grains and allergens while eating like normal so they can share meals and live their best lives. And that is my mission, to help you do that. So if you would like to learn more about that, use my calendar link. We'll hop on a call and we will get you eating like normal. Now I need a measuring cup so I can start mixing this. Just gonna take a measuring cup and a spoon so we can put some mayonnaise in here. Because that's the goal. We want to eat like normal. I want you to be able to open up your grandmother's recipe box or your family cookbook and say, Grandma used to make that, and that is going to be a part of my Christmas menu this year. Or my mother used to make this wonderful casserole every Sunday. Gosh, I would love to take that again. And you're like, Nina, you can't do that. We can't have dairy. Hold up. We can get dairy-free foods to taste like dairy. And if you're going, but I've tried every dairy-free cheese out there. I'm not talking about buying dairy-free cheese. We know that stuff tastes like cardboard. We have tasted it, we have spit it out, and we have decided we are never eating that again, and I am with you. Did you know those dairy-free cheeses are also loaded with hidden grains? Ugh, yeah. Every time I used to eat them, I would get puffy, and I didn't know why. So I had to research those. And for those of you who have popped through Grain-Free Jumpstart with me, where you've learned your hidden grains, and now you know what to avoid. You've got that 5-page list in your handbag, and you're using it as you go through the grocery store. Be like, nope, not having that. Nope, not having that. Okay, gonna make my own cheese. Yeah, and we're saving a little money while we do it. That's what I'm talking about. Eating like normal while still being on the grain-free, allergy-friendly, healing journey so that we're not missing out on life anymore. All right. So you can see I've been on with you for 12 minutes, and thank you so much for being here with me. I love cooking with you. So I've got my lectin-free mayo, and check that out. It looks like mayo. It tastes like mayo because it's mayo, right? Now I told you there's grains in your average mayonnaise, your shelf-stable stuff. Well, and even in your homemade, well, where are the grains? Hello, white vinegar. White vinegar is made from fermented corn. And if it's not made from fermented corn, it's made from petroleum. I know, yeah, no, we're not doing that. We're not eating petroleum. That's bad, all right? We want to eat real foods. We want to eat like normal. We want to eat safely and avoid grains, allergens, and of course, toxins in our food. So we want to find building block recipes. Building block recipes like a flour blend that will work in cookies and breads and casseroles and cakes and pies. All you need to do is learn how to adjust the other ingredients to work around it. And an egg replacer that will work so that every time a recipe calls for eggs, this is what you do. So that boom, 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 it becomes automatic. Same way that when you first learned to crack an egg, maybe you were 6 or 7 years old, or maybe you were 19. Either way, it took a lot of effort to crack an egg. But when you start learning about how to replace these building block ingredients and cook with them like normal, you can take a deep breath and it becomes simple again. And you can participate in life and you can have foods that are ready. So when you get a call and somebody says, hey, come over, bring whatever's safe for you. Now, let's suppose I got that call today. All right, if I got a call that said, hey, Nina, come on over. We're gonna craft. Okay. I would, of course, bring something to share. In my fridge right now, I have about 2 dozen lectin-free sugar cookies, I know, ready to bake. And if you're like, what? What do you mean lectin-free sugar cookies ready to bake? Well, I use a technique called cookie prepping so that when I prep my cookies, they are ready to roll so I can have them when I want them instead of having to bake on demand. Because it's the holidays and I want to enjoy the holiday season. And so this Sunday, we will put up the tree. I will do some cookie prepping. I will roast a chicken and probably make a shepherd's pie. And we'll have a nice, delicious, kind of chill holiday day. And then I'll start our cookie prepping so that by Christmas, we'll have 4 or 5 different varieties of cookies that are safe for us. So, and now I've got one recipe for this week's dinner almost done. Now, meal prepping is another way that I get out from underneath that suffocating feeling of this grain-free lifestyle. Why? Because when you prep in advance, you got time to do other things. And even though I'm grain-free and have been for 13 years, I take days off. I don't cook every day. Some weeks, I cook 3 days a week. And when it gets really busy, I only cook 2 days. That's it. I'm done. And do you know why? Because my grain-free lifestyle works for me. And I believe you can do this too. And if you're like, what? I want you to use my calendar link, hop on a call with me, and we'll explore if the techniques and recipes I have are a good fit for you. What's the worst that could happen? We meet on Zoom, we'll have a quick conversation, and I'll give you a tour of my VIP recipe box and the programs that I have available. If it's not for you, you walk away with some tips. And if it is, your grain-free lifestyle immediately starts to change. So I'm excited to meet with you, but I'm still gonna be working on this nice chicken, broccoli, bacon bake. Okay. You can see how quick it was. I'm on 16 minutes. You can do that, right? I think I should use this next time I meal prep. So I got some chicken, I got some bacon, some broccoli, some mayonnaise, and you know what? I have a little garlic. I think it needs garlic because everything needs garlic, right? Everything tastes better with butter. Everything tastes better with garlic. Now, what is missing on here? Well, I do need to chop some more broccoli, but that's a little loud. And then I'm going to make a grain-free bread topping here, a grain-free breadcrumb topping. Now, grain-free breadcrumbs are a building block. Building block? Like the flat, or like the egg replacer. Excuse me. Like the butter, like the mayonnaise, like the cheddar cheese, like the mozzarella cheese. They're building blocks because when we have it, we can break any recipe, right? My grain-free breadcrumbs go in my meatloaf. They are crumb toppings for my fish. They are toppings for my casserole. The point is that when we have these building blocks ready and available, we can take that deep breath. And if you're like, oh my gosh. Now, I'm going to give you a quick inside tip. If you take a day, probably not around the holidays is a good time because you're wrapping and you're holiday elfing. But if you were to take a day, you could get all your building blocks done in one day. And then you'd be ready to eat like normal. So you could make your cheddar, your mozzarella, your mayonnaise, your bread. You could mix your flour, get your butter going, sour cream, and maybe some cream cheese if that's all you wanted. And boom, your building blocks are ready to go. Because with those building blocks, you can take that deep breath and you can start eating like normal. And excuse me. When you do that, it's no longer come home from work. Oh my gosh, what am I going to eat again? I have to make 2 meals. Oh, Charlie's got an allergy to this and we don't have that. And oh, I guess I'll just have salad again, right? Now, there are other things we can do. Those things get a little bit more fine-tuned to our lifestyle, dining out, kids' parties, but it's possible. Each one of those situations has a game plan. And if you're looking for a game plan for those situations, I would love to help you create one. So use my calendar link and I will see you at our meeting together. I believe in you. I love you because the possibilities are endless when you break a recipe. Have a wonderful day. Happy Saturday, and thank you for being live with me.